for those that have joined, they're actually quite lucky because we have the man himself, Ephraim Dhlamini, here, who was giving testimony since yesterday and continued today, mentioned that there were threats to his life. I'm going to move so that you can see him shortly. A very good day, Baba. Sizwile bokhuluma kabanzi ngokuthi there were threats against your life. Can you just tell us that?
Yebo, sithembisa ukubulala ngokuthi sikhuluma ngendlela yaseFrede, iTeri yaseFrede. Baningi abantu asababulelwe lapha iTeri yaseFrede. Ukuthi kunabantu abathathu sabaphansi ngendaba yeTeri yaseFrede. So lento yasikhathaza kakhulu. And siyareporta ayikho into eyenzakalayo. Even nakuma Hawks ngireportile. Kodwa namhlanje akakezi. Ngine video yayikhuluma ngomuntu omunye ukuthi kufanele ngibulale uzokhomba abongco ukuyibona kufanele laba bathe bazokhokha. Namhlanje ayikho lento ekeyenzeka. Sibhlungu kabi.
Ungasitshela ukuthi bobani abantu owaziyo ngesiciniseko ukuthi babulewe ngale ndaba yaseFrede, uphinde usitshela usipha amagama wabantu kuma Hawks okhulumile nabo kodwa zanke bayithathele ekhanda lento?
Cha ke amagama ngeke ngiwadalule nawo lo wama Hawks uyazazi ngeke ngimdalule naye. Uqala lo film ngwene niyamaza ngithi nomunye wabulala eWodeni, wabulalwa uFamara, wadutshulwa azange wathathwa inyathelo ngaye, case yakhona yaphelela phansi. Nalo wa-investigator iTeri yaseFrede wabulalwa. Kukhona nomunye weHawks angithi washona. Usengathi izinto ezintsha lezo ezivelayo esizizwayo thina kodwa mara la siyathola nala kumathohlo ziyavela ngithi.
Kafushana nje sesivala izolo ukhulumena ngokuthi ubaba Ace Makashule nabanye nomsebenzizwane yiba abantu ebebadlala ingcenye kule ndaba yaseFrede. Ungakhona ukusichazela ukuthi bayidlale kanjani ingcenye kule ndaba?
Ngikholwa ukuthi umsebenzizwane uye wavolunteer. Ace Makashule wasimema ukuthi sibe khona kodwa ayikho into wayikhuluma nathi. Wathi wayobhekela netumakhiwo lo nenkomo lezo azangakhulume lutho. Engisho ukuthi iTeri kwakungaseyabantu abalimi baseFrede kwakuyabo. Kuye kwamani kwaphazama nje kwafuneka amagama wamafamara.
Bonga kakhulu baba ngolokuthi sinesikhathi esincane soyishiya lapho. That was basically Ephraim Dhlamini, one of the two beneficiaries who've come to the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, who have spoken extensively that their lives have been threatened. He also mentioned that while speaking out, while he was giving testimony, that there have been threats to his life. He mentioned that he's in possession of a video right now where specific people are saying that they will take up the hit to kill him. He also mentioned inside that even going to a place like the church, he goes with his gun so that if somebody decides to shoot at him or something like that, he will not die alone. What he also mentioned here, which is quite key, he mentioned that the former MEC of Agriculture in the Free State, Msebenzi Zwane, was instrumental in the formation of the Vrede Dairy Project, and he says that Ace Makashule, the former premier, the current ANC SG, was also part and parcel of it, but basically just showed them around, went to see the farm and the likes. But in summary, he's saying that this was a con, or they were conned rather. The beneficiaries were just used as pawns in this matter, where their ID documents were collected in order for this project to go ahead. But he is coming out saying that they did not benefit 1 cent from that. It seems as though those at the height of this, the former MEC and the likes, were the ones that benefited. Also, in closing, he mentioned that the Hawks have done nothing to assist them. There have been numerous hits. He mentioned Percy Ngwenya, Philemon Ngwenya, he mentioned Mr. Choke, as well as many others, 3 people in total that he claims have been killed because of speaking out in regards to the Vrede Dairy Project issue in the Free State.
Yes, Cindy. I mean, some of the damning allegations, as you mentioned, the lack of assistance from the Hawks. We also heard the life-threatening insinuations but just by the mere mentioning of the former agriculture MEC, Msebenzi Zwane. Also that he's carrying a gun to church to protect him. I'm wondering, in light of this, perhaps, have they offered him protection? What will his situation look like now that he has come out and spoken at the state capture inquiry?
The DCJ, Raymond Zondo, has requested the evidence leaders as well as the legal team to accord him some form of protection and to also find out what exactly went wrong in terms of him reporting to the police in Vrede as well as reporting to the Hawks within the Free State, and to also find out why there has not been a response in terms of the law enforcement agencies, and to report back to him, the DCJ, as to what has happened, what have they found out. So he's basically requested the evidence leaders to find out what has been happening in Vrede in terms of the law enforcement agencies and why they've not been getting back to him as a complainant in the matter. In terms of protection, he says that currently he feels that protecting himself is the only thing that he can do. He also showed me of a SMS in which he received from one of the members in the Hawk saying that he must stay strong, he must protect himself. What that means, we're not quite sure.
Cindy, I'm wondering, since yesterday, those in attendance, what was the mood of the people like, after hearing some of the two of the beneficiaries' testimony? What are their sentiments regarding the actual project to date?
Actually, just before Mr. Dhlamini took the stand to testify, the witness before was Albertus Venter from the Premier's office in the Free State. He actually corroborated parts of what Mr. Dhlamini said, mentioning that he's also aware that Mr. Ngwenya, one of the beneficiaries that has unfortunately passed on, according to him, alleges also that there seems to have been some form of a hit on his life, hence his untimely passing. So that is what we've been getting in essence, that there seems to have been an element of fear. He, in the Premier's office, also mentioned that people are also scared to speak out. There's an element of fear, corroborating yet again what Mr. Dhlamini is saying, but we wait on bated breath to hear what the next beneficiary who's going to be taking the stand, Mr. Ngongwane, is going to be saying. Mr. Dhlamini, even in his testimony, spoke extensively about how both of them were working hand in hand in trying to expose this.
Cindy, yes, as you mentioned, can you just recap what we can expect when we return from that tea adjournment later today?
What we can expect is more evidence from another beneficiary, and later on we can expect evidence from somebody who was also working within the Free State Department, who's also going to be telling us from his side what exactly transpired in terms of the Free State government. But we're also going to be hearing from Mr. Ngongwane on what he experienced personally, whether there were any death threats to himself, and what exactly or what lens have they taken to try get this exposed. Mr. Dhlamini spoke about them reaching out to the media. We're yet to say if that will be corroborated by another witness. But for the sake of time, I'm going to toss back to you. The tea break should be over now.